You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey. Hey everyone, what's up, THATHN? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Hump Day Wednesday today. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table on YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter. We are now on stereo as well, and of course at our website, thehoodtable.com. Now I am sharing the link on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and Twitter. I thought I had already shared the link everywhere, but obviously I didn't. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'd appreciate it if you guys could share the link as well. Thank you so very much. For those of you who have been keeping up with our reviews, you know that we are now on season 8 of the Have and Have Nots, and also we are on season 3, and it was titled The Long Ride Home. So you guys, if you have watched this show, make sure you check it out. Hey Mario, thanks for tuning in to our show on stereo last night. That was my first time trying stereo out last night. It's really different than the other platforms that I've went live on, but I do like it. Maybe one day you can go live with me. That's the only thing that I don't like. I like the idea of going live with a couple of people, you know, together at the same time, but I don't like how we have to go live with somebody else. Unlike other platforms, like YouTube, which I'm used to, I can't go live by myself, or like Facebook, you know, things like that. Other platforms, you can add other people on the platform, but stereo, you have to add other people on the platform. So I don't know. I guess it takes some getting used to. It'll take some getting used to. But yeah, we had fun last night having our little conversation with the little tea that's going on YouTube. But anyway, again, everybody, make sure you like and share the video. I'm just going to share this on a few more areas real quick. Gotta share it on the Hood Table on Facebook. I already put it on Twitter. It's already on Twitter. And while I'm doing that, please make sure you again like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table on YouTube. Okay, I think I basically got it everywhere. Okay. So now that's out the way, Hey, Willie, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Hey, Willie, are you on stereo too? For those of y'all who want to follow me on stereo, hold on, let me get my little link. Because I did enjoy it last night. Like I said, it's different. It's different than any other platform that you can go live on. But I did enjoy, you know, doing my first show on stereo last night. And so far I think I only got like 15 subscribers over there. So the thing about the stereo, you can go live. You have to pick somebody to go live with you. So you can pick like a random person where they pick the person for you, somebody else that's subscribed to stereo. or you can choose somebody that you know personally who is subscribed to Stereo. And that's what I did last night. I hit up Ask April on YouTube and said, let's go live together on Stereo tonight. I'm trying to check it out. I want to do my first show on here. You know, I want to break myself in. So yeah, it was real cool. But yeah, it's real. I'm gonna drop my link right now to Stereo. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? I inboxed my link to myself. So every time I need it is right in my inbox on Facebook. Okay, I just dropped my link. So if you click that link that I just dropped in the chat, that takes you to my stereo. That takes you to my stereo link. So yeah, and then all you have to do is follow me from your phone, and then you can set up your own stereo account. And the thing about it, I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to use it. One thing about it is anybody can make money on Stereo just by your views and by how many people follow you. So if you're looking for like a little hustle, and you like to do lives a lot, you like to talk on platforms a lot, you like to interview people a lot, discuss certain things going on in the world, you know, celebrities, whatever, that is another platform where you can monetize on. And that's one reason why a lot of YouTubers have joined Stereo. So that's just, that's just a little incentive there. But you're welcome. You're welcome. So now that we got that out the way, let me go ahead and let's jump right into our review. For those of you who are fans of the Have and Have Nots, that's what we are reviewing right now. We are reviewing the Have and the Have Nots, season 8, episode 3. And again, the title of the show was The Lone Drive Home. Now, at the beginning of the episode, we saw how Jim, once he had got home from the hospital, he wasn't supposed to leave, but he was sick and tired of being in the hospital. He had David take him home. Once he got home, David helped him up the stairs to his bedroom, and he sees Hannah sitting on his bed. And of course, he was like, him and his wife Catherine hasn't really been talking too much. So when he saw Hannah sitting on his bed, and what seemed to be in front of her was a lot of their financial documents, he was furious. He had no idea that Hannah had been appointed executor over the estate. So he was about to charge at her because she wouldn't get off the bed. She wouldn't leave, hand over the paperwork. She said to Jim, now you know Hannah. Hannah ain't one to be played with. I don't know why they don't get that yet. But Hannah ain't no punk. She believes in God, goes to church and all that kind of stuff, but she ain't no punk. So when he was about to charge at her, she booked right back. She was like, "Buck if you nut." She said, "Touch me, Jim, and I'ma watch me wear your ass out." I think she had a what do you call those things? Those fireplace those poles, those fireplace, I don't know what exactly it's called. I think it's a fireplace poker stick or something like that. But anyway, she was about to whack old Jim upside his head and put him right back in the hospital where he still belongs. But anywho, he managed to get David to he tried to get David to reason with her, to get the paperwork from her, to make her leave. But David and his excuse for Jim's unruly behavior, about what he's been through, talking about he's in a lot of pain. Hannah wasn't trying to hear none of that. She wasn't. Like I said, folks is going to get enough of messing around with old Hannah. Hannah is saved and sanctified just like myself. Just like myself and just like me, God ain't through with her yet. So yeah, she was about to go upside old Jim's head. Then David tried to snatch the papers away from her, and she bopped him upside the head with a candlestick. Then he called the police. He was like, okay, I'm about to call the police. David ain't about to go hit no woman. Now Jim will. Jim will hit that woman. But Hannah, David wasn't about to hit Hannah. He got a little bit more respect for the female kind than Jim does. So instead he called the police when he saw that Hannah was not backing down. And while waiting for the police, Jim had mentioned, and I was wondering when we was gonna get back on the subject of him and his $8 million that's missing. But he did tell her that he still wants his $8 million that her daughter stole from him. He was coming off real racist, speaking to Hannah as well. And as close as he is with David, I was kind of surprised that David was offended by Jim. Like they've been hanging around so long together. He knows Jim probably as good as the back of his hand. So I was surprised when he was like, okay, that's enough, Jim. That's enough. I'm thinking he was trying to say that, in respect of Hannah, but because she's black. But he was talking about him. He was like, you're offending me. So I'm like, what? David, that's your homeboy, that's your friend, that's your buddy. Shouldn't you be used to that behavior from him? But anyway, the real gag this episode for me was when the female police officer arrived and Hannah showed her the paperwork. Here's the paperwork. This shows on the POA, shows that I'm the executive of the state. They can't do nothing to me. And so then she turned around and looked at Jim and said, now, what were you saying to me, Jim, about what I have or have not? In all 8 seasons of this TV show, that was the first time I heard one of the characters use the name of the show in one of their lines. She said, now, what were you saying to me, Jim, about what I have or have not? I was like, you go ahead, Hannah. All right, Tyler Perry. But anyway, I was cracking up. Now, let's move on to Celine. Celine. Last week we saw how Celine and Jim, we saw how they had got into it at the hospital. Not only her, Jim, but also her son as well, Jim's illegitimate son, Jimmy. They both got into it with him. Jimmy even pulled a fake gun on him. It was fake, but it was a gun. He had Jim scared at first till he found out it was fake, of course. But he tried to get her fired. So what Celine did this episode, she paid a visit to Veronica because Veronica previously had promised her that she was going to handle Jim. She was going to make sure that Jim gets her some money and starts paying his back child support, which he owes. So Celine, desperately stormed inside Veronica's home without being asked to come in. Veronica, who, like I said, had already told her that she was going to help her, she made her re-enter her house like 3 times. See, Veronica's a bitch. She's a mean one too. But the way people be kissing her ass, I cannot stand it. Or the way that she makes people kiss her ass is what I should say. But anyway, Veronica, she's too much for me. She could tell that Celine, had it up to here. She had it up to here with Jim, being a deadbeat dad, not wanting to pay child support. Now he's trying to get her fired. She can't pay her rent. She's about to get evicted. And now he's trying to get her fired all because she wants her back child support. So Veronica knows that she needs help, but still she was being rude to her. She was being nasty to her, but rude and all, she still promised to help her get her back child support from Jim. So then Selena, she started like blabbering. She was pissed. She was hot. Selena was heated. She started blabbering like in Spanish and stuff like that, words that Veronica couldn't even understand. But what Veronica did understand and what she will remember is how Selena promised her that if you can help me get my money from Jim Cryer, I will come and work for you for free. I'm looking like, Selena, do you understand? Do you understand the words that are coming out your own mouth? Hey, Donella. What's up, lady? I was like, Selena. Matter of fact, why I keep calling that girl Selena? Her name is Celine, like Celine Dion. But I was like, do you understand the words that's coming out your own mouth? Veronica's she's not gonna forget that. She's not gonna forget that, and she gonna try to use that against you one day. Trust and believe. She gonna be working her. Let her get that money from Jim Cryer for Celine, that back child support. She talking about I will work for you for free if you give me my money. Man, she gonna be working her to the bone. Have her crawling all on the house, scrubbing the floors, cleaning out the chimney chute. Why Celine say that, y'all? I don't know why she said that. But then after Veronica dismisses Celine later, Veronica finds out from her investigator that she was correct in her assumptions that she was being followed. Whoever is following her though believes that they are actually following the right person. So her making her hiring that housekeeper. Okay, now you know how Veronica was when she was interviewing all those housekeepers. She didn't really care about their background, their references, all that kind of stuff, their criminal history. Because if she did, I don't think that she would have hired her, because you know how her I keep wanting to say maid, but she calls her housekeeper. Her housekeeper and her housekeeper's husband have done some gigs together where they done hoodwinked some other women and took some of their money. So if she would have did her thorough investigation, she probably wouldn't have hired Paula. But she did. And so now she got her running around, driving her car, wearing all her clothes, wearing all her wigs. She made a good selection when she chose her to be her housekeeper, because they about the same complexion. They don't necessarily look like they could be twinning, but they about the same complexion, about the same, kind of the same body build, she can pull it off basically. So she driving around in Veronica's car, and the person who's tracking so-called Veronica really believes that that is Veronica. So yeah, she did a good job there. She also found out from the investigator though, about Kobe. She found out that Kobe is an escort. Now, this we already knew, from the episode. Remember when Justin hired him for his services, and then his brother Tanner walked up in there. Tanner Tanner be ready to beat the brakes off of his brother Justin. Every time he finds out that he still got the gay. Every time he finds out he still got the gay, he always want to beat him up. But she found out that he is a escort. So I don't know what plan she has for him, but what she told her investigator this time: find Justin's brother Tanner and bring him to me. I want to speak to him. So what do y'all think she has in store for Tanner? Do you think maybe the two of them will work together to punish Justin for still being gay, for still having the gay, for still being in love with her son Jeffrey? I don't know. Y'all let me. We never know with Veronica. Her that woman is mentally deranged, psychotic, bipolar, narcissistic. But anywho, moving right along. We finally get to see Benny and Candace again. Finally. Now, after last time we saw Benny, he was up in the office of the realtor. He was visiting with Rihanna, the realtor, and he was trying to get some help, looking for a new home. So after looking at some of the listing, he paid her another visit. And this time, thanks to him, during his visit, she thanked him for being so concerned, because last time they were together, remember, she was really, really upset with her ex-boyfriend Sandy. So last time they were together, he showed some concern, about, because she seemed really sad, like she was crying. I'm sure y'all remember that. And so this episode, she thanked him for being concerned, about how she was doing on her last visit. She still seemed kind of down to me, but in better spirits than she was last time. That was until, of course, Sandy showed up. Now, I had a feeling that Sandy and Benny was going to run into each other, but Benny happened to leave before Sandy got there. So Sandy gets there. And he basically going off on her because he wants to be back with her. She done broke up with him. She done left him. She knows their family is crazy. That their family is like the mafia, the mob. They're murderers, drug dealers. All that. Just anything bad you could think of. Their family is about that life. So she's trying to escape Sandy and that family. She done aborted their baby that he even knows she was pregnant with. But thanks to his uncle Vinny, he found that out a couple of episodes ago. So he pays her a visit and he's going off on her. Basically, he's trying to get her fired from her job. And for what it sounded like, he had previously got her fired from other jobs as well. Now, her co-worker, another one of the realtor agents, had came into the room and asked her, "Is everything okay?" He started calling her bitches and everything. Honey, we doing the have and the have nots. The having and that have nots is on season 8, episode 3. I think, is this the last season? I don't know if this is the last season or not, but we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, so his ex, Rihanna, he had previously got her fired from other jobs. Basically, he wants her to be dependent on him because he knows that he can take care of her. He told her that she owes him for all the clothes, all the money, all the jewelry, all the cars, just everything that he did for her. It's like, was she your hoe or was she your girlfriend? Which one was it? But what always cracks me up is how Sandy is such a punk. He won't buck on no man, not even the ones in his own family. He's a little scared little boy. He won't. He pissed on himself when he thought he had to murder somebody, and then when his uncle did murder that cop at the precinct, right inside the precinct, he pissed on himself and almost threw up. He ain't got no backbone. He basically he ain't built for that life. He need to sat down just like Mitch, his cousin Mitch, sat down and just visit the family on holidays and things like that. But he still want to be in like Flynn. But so we're gonna see next episode how that's gonna end up because she was really really scared and now she might be about to lose that job as well. On to Wyatt. On to Wyatt. Now, hey Edward, hey, what's you doing? How you doing? I'm just doing another TV show review, The Have and the Have Nots. Anybody who's fans of that show are welcome to watch my review. I'm actually almost done though. I got to get to Wyatt and I got to get to Catherine Cryer. Now, Wyatt, he is still at the hospital, still begging for the pain pills from the staff. Instead of pain pills, though, he got a therapist sent to his room this time. And she was not willing to get him no drugs because she knows of his addiction and know that he had escaped from jail, tried to escape from the hospital. So she just tells him, you know what? If you cooperate, since you're still in pain, if you just do what I say, come to our meetings and everything, I'll assure you that you will not be sent back to jail. Or he can go back tomorrow. Of course, he agreed. Of course, he agreed, but I can see it already. I can see why the wheels spinning around in his head. He gonna find some way to get away from that therapist and run out of that hospital. Mark my words. Mark my words. And now, finally, Catherine Cryer. Catherine Cryer is still behind bars. She's very disappointed in Marty. Marty hasn't been able to get her released. There's been no bond set, so she's still sitting down there. The way it looks now, she might be in there for a few more months if Marty doesn't come up with something. And Marty is still actually working with those other two guys that were trying to force Hannah to sign those documents, which I assume were documents to release Catherine's estate over to them and Marty. But they couldn't put that pressure on Hannah because Hannah, like I said, ain't no punk. Her mama didn't raise no fool. So Catherine, she threatens to fire him and hire Veronica as her new attorney. Now, that might have been a great idea if it wasn't for the fact that the prosecutors are probably going to call on Veronica as a witness to testify against Catherine. I would love to see how that turns out because y'all know Veronica has something to do with that murder, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all do remember that. Now, Mama Malone, she did have something to do with it too. She helped get rid of the body. But Veronica ain't no saint. She is not innocent. So I'm thinking, how is that going to turn out if they ask Veronica to testify against Catherine? Hmm. Okay, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. But anyway, on next episode, they showed how Candace, I think she was she still in the hotel? I think she might have still been in the hotel. And she said to Landon that she hasn't been feeling well. Now, you know, there has been rumors on the blog streets, rumors out here in social media on the blog streets that Candace might be pregnant by the president elect, Charles. So, next episode, after Candace says to Landon that she hasn't been feeling well lately, he asks her, does it have anything to do with the pregnancy test? And she was like, what, huh? What? Is you spying on me? Everybody's spying on each other in this show. But she was like, how'd you know about that? How do you know about that? So we're gonna find out about that next week. Is she pregnant? If she got morning sickness? Then Jim, he runs down to the precinct demanding that Catherine, his wife, makes him power of attorney or executor of her estate, or he's gonna make Hannah do it. Then we saw him sitting in the dark in Hannah's bedroom. She comes out of her bathroom, taking off her clothes or putting on her clothes or something like that. And she sees him sitting in a chair. He's just sitting there, just looking all evil and crazed with this expression, a crazed expression on his face. I'm like, Jim, don't you hurt Anna. You don't want them problems because for one, Hannah Hannah, I don't think she's as crazy as Jim, but her kids are. And definitely Candace is. Candace been murdered and had a few people murdered. So, Jim, I don't think you should put your hands on Hannah. But anyway, you guys, thanks for tuning in to this review of the Have and Have Nots Season 8, Episode 3. And again, it was titled The Long Drive Home. Now, you guys, again, we are now on stereo as well. I did drop the link. Here it is. I did drop the link. I also put it on Facebook for those of y'all who are watching from Facebook. That link that I dropped is our stereo link. A lot of people are moving to stereo to do their lives, to do their commentary, to do their interviews, all kind of things like that. Stereo is different, but it's kind of cool because on stereo, you cannot go live by yourself. You have to go live with one other person. And that could be like a random person who's also on stereo that you don't even know. The system just picks somebody for you to go live with. Or you can choose to go live with somebody you know personally that also has a stereo account. So, you guys, if you are on stereo, make sure you follow me at the hood table and hit me up. I'll follow you. You follow me. And if you ever need somebody to go live with and you want to discuss a topic that I might be interested in, and if you've been following me from Tanya's Primetime TV over here to the hood table, you know that I discuss a plethora of topics from trending news, world news, celebrities, TV shows, all that hood news, all that. So feel free to hit me up. But as far as shows go, tonight I'm going to be on a show with. Matter of fact, let me check my inbox. Okay, let's see. Okay, tonight I'm going to be on Zoom. I'm going to be a guest on somebody else's show. I'm going to be on Zoom and we're going to be discussing, and it'll be with Jason Whitmer. Jason Whitmer. Now, Jason Whitmer, he's an activist in our city of Omaha, Nebraska. And we had him on our show probably about 2 months ago. So he hit me up the other day and he asked me would I be interested in doing a Zoom interview with him about my feelings regarding Ernest Jackson case. The Ernest Jackson case, you know, the man who was arrested like 20 years ago for a crime he did not commit. We know for a fact he did not commit this crime. The people who did commit the crime confessed to it in jail. They said that they killed the person that was killed, but they still forced him, the original guy, Ernest, who went to court first, because it was three guys. They all had to go to court. Ernest went first. They found him guilty. Then when the other two guys went to court, they confessed. They said Ernest wasn't even there. They said, we killed that man. We killed him in self-defense. They let them two off. Ernest had to remain in jail for 20 years. He is still there because they gave him life. So we had Jason on our show about a couple of months telling us about the story. So I'm going to be on his Zoom tonight discussing Ernest Jackson and the Free Ernest Jackson campaign that we have going on in our city. So you guys, I will post the link to that Zoom so that you guys could check me and Jason out tonight. It'll be at 7:30 p.m. I'll post it on my community wall. I'll post it on Facebook. I'll post it in the hood table so you guys can check us out tonight if you like. And on that note, everybody, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant, and I'm out. Bye.